This is ridiculous. How could they do this? This is so unfair. Wait, what is this? As part of the 2024 federal budget, the Liberal government has plans to introduce halal mortgages as a way to increase access to home ownership for Muslims. But before you go freaking out or converting to Islam, let's take a look at what it means. Well, it's the creation of alternative financing products, including halal mortgages, as a means to enable Muslim Canadians and other diverse communities to participate in the housing market. And they're exploring measures that could change the tax treatment of these products. And this is where people have been freaking out online all day about. Well, basically, Islamic law or Sharia prohibits Muslims from charging or receiving interest because they are seen as exploitive and immoral. Instead of giving loans, Islamic banks use different payment structures to avoid charging interest. It's actually already offered by some institutions in Ontario. The government is just now talking about building a framework around it. And apparently, it's not only limited to Muslims either. You can go and get one, but just understand that the interest is replaced by other fees and works out to approximately equivalent of an 8% interest rate. So for those getting upset, please understand that part. There are 3 types of halal mortgages. Forgive me if I mispronounce these. Ijara is a rent-to-own model in which a bank buys the asset and leases it back out to the customer over a set period. The payments go towards both the capital and provide a profit for the financial institution. So this is like a rent-to-own, which is an existing strategy. Musharaka is a form of a partnership with the financier, which involves both parties owning the property until the equity is gradually transferred and the partnership dissolves. This sounds like it's similar to the first-time homebuyer incentive program that was recently canceled, in which the government would own an equity stake in your house to enable you to buy a home. And Murabaha is a credit system in which the ownership is immediately sold to the customer with profits included in the final offer. The buyer's credit history, deposit, and terms of the agreement are factored in. That's interesting. So it's just different ways to structure it. And because these structures are considered more risky, they are often more expensive, like I said, than a traditional interest loan. Canada's big banks do not currently provide halal mortgages, which the Liberal government hopes to change. So I'm curious if anyone has experience with these. Obviously, Muslims in Canada have been taking part in home ownership in somehow. So I'm curious to hear your experience. Drop me in the comments. Let's go.